You're listening to Sip and Grow the podcast, the show where we taste awesome, delicious wines while having unfiltered conversations about our passions, experiences, struggles, entrepreneurship, and life. My name is Nicole Di Pasquale, and I'm a wine enthusiast just trying to pursue her passions and dreams while taking you on the journey with me, one episode at a time. My ultimate goal is to not only bring you wine knowledge and value, but also inspire you to enjoy your process and journey in pursuing your passions and dreams. Because guess what? The person you become while enduring the process is more important. So sit back, grab a glass, and let's sip and grow together. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sip and Grow the podcast with me, your host, Nicole Di Pasquale. So today we are in the dark once again, but this time, to be fair, it's because of daylight savings, which I kind of want to talk about that. So this past weekend, we fell back 1 hour, which was super clutch because we got 1 extra hour of rest. But hold on to that thought. I'm going to introduce the wine real quick, and then I'll get back to my daylight savings story. But today I am bringing you guys an Alvarinho from Portugal. So Alvarinho in Portugal is essentially Vinho Verde. It's one of the most popular grape varietals in Portugal, very highly produced in Portugal. This one is at a higher price point. This one cost me $20.99 at Total Wine. I randomly came across it on the bottom shelf at I think the white section in the Portugal section or whatever. It was white varietals from Portugal. And what kind of intrigued me about this wine was I saw Contacto, right? So I was like, oh, okay, this must be a wine created with skin contact or whatever, which in this case it is. But also the brand of this specific wine is called Contacto. So this specific wine is produced, the winemaker's name is Anselmo Mendes, but he kind of did a joint venture with a well-known family in Portugal called the Symington Family. And it's on the bottom, it says Mendes and Symington. They kind of collaborated and did a joint venture together to create this wine brand called Contacto. And Mendes has been a winemaker in Portugal for a good amount of time, and he basically just got together with the Symington family estate, which they are one of the top premium port producers in Portugal. So they have a really good name for themselves in Portugal, and it's not Mendes's first time creating or cultivating grapes and fermenting grapes, to create wine. So I'm really excited to try this wine because they did leave the must in contact with the skins for a little bit, and then let it do its thing and give it its flavor, and then we got this beautiful wine, which I have high expectations. It does say in the back a little description of it. Let me see if I can. It says the Symington family and producer Anselmo Mendes share a love for the land and the Alvarinho grape variety. The Alvarinho grape is the most admirable Portuguese grape variety, mostly grown in Vinho Verde. Alvarinho Contacto is a fresh, dry wine with notes of lime, peach, grapefruit, apple with high acidity. Excellent as an appetizer and ideal with seafood, grilled fish, lighter meats, soft cheese, risotto, and tapas. So this is actually in the northern part of Portugal, which specifically where this one is from is it was known way back when to, since it's on the borderline of Spain, it was known as a protection area from on the, what is it called, on the borderline, on the borderline. So yeah, it's the northernmost zone bordering Spain, and then it served as Portugal's first line of defense against the north, basically. This area has like a really good overall like climate for cultivating excellent wines and well, cultivating excellent grapes, which create excellent wines because they have typical summer where it's hot and dry, and then like a wet and cold winter, and their soils are granite, so there's a good drainage system there. But overall, they get an excellent like quality grape from this section to create Alvarinho wines, which I'm excited. Let's go ahead and open it up, and I will do a little story time about daylight savings. So in yoga, of course, this always happens in yoga. I actually saw a TikTok video too that like correlates with what I want to like share with you guys. But there was a TikTok video where this guy was talking about how you need to follow the plan and not your mood. And like what he meant by that is like follow, like do things that you don't want to do, like do the thing like you have to do every day, even when you don't feel like doing it, right? So like that's how you create good habits and like reach your goals and yada yada, all that fun stuff. One of the things that was mentioned, wow, I'm struggling to take this off, that was mentioned today, actually this morning at my yoga class, was like our teacher was talking about how it was daylight savings. We went back an hour, but we can really use this daylight savings to our advantage because ultimately we got up an hour later feeling more rested, right? And like, because we're used to getting up an hour earlier. And he's like, well, since we're already used to getting up an hour earlier, why don't we get up at the same time we usually get up? So like, let's say you normally get up at 6 a.m. Since we went back an hour, you should start getting up at 5 a.m. now, because now you have an extra hour in your day to do whatever you want. Because ultimately, like if you're trying to reach certain goals, you need to put in some type of work each day to get you closer to that goal. And it doesn't have to be a lot, but like it has to be enough for progress. Oh shit, talking mushrooms. The paper is over there, I'll get it after. So I found that to be like a really good perspective, because it's like, okay, now I have one more hour in my day in the morning to do something for me in order to set my day up for success, right? So like whether it be like walking your dog more calmly now that you're not like rushing to like walk him to then get to work, or like, I don't know, reading more, or doing absolutely nothing is also a good thing. Like if you just want to sit in silence for like 30 minutes, now you have the time. But I thought it was like a really interesting point, because it's like that video that I saw, right? Like follow the plan, not your mood. If you do something every single day consistently, right, that will get you closer to where you want to get to, or to your goal, and you never allow your emotions or the way you feel that day to change that consistent thing that you do, you're basically setting yourself up to accomplish that goal. Because it's like that 1% rule, right? Like we're seeking progress, not perfection. So like even though you didn't feel like doing it that day, at least you got it done. It didn't have to be perfect, but you got it done, and you're one step closer to where you want to get to. And also it's progress. Like if you consistently do something long enough, you will see results, and I am a huge believer in that. And like another thing that I live by is like oh my god, I have it on my phone. I think it's progress, not perfection, or something like that. I don't know, but it's basically like you shouldn't aim to be or to do everything perfectly. You should aim to do everything, like get everything done in order to progress and get further, if that makes sense. Or like one of the things I read a long time ago in like a manager book that I had was like, whenever you get assigned like a project or something, you should aim to get it done, not aim to get it done perfectly. Like aim to get it done on time, not aim to get it done perfectly. Because if you aim to try to like make it perfect and you don't get it done within the time, it's not perfect because you didn't get it done within the time frame that you needed to get it done. So it's better to get something done than to do something perfect and turn it in later, if that makes sense. But I challenge you, all my listeners out there, to get up at the same time that you would normally get up, aka an hour earlier now in this time frame, and do something for yourself that will get you one step closer to where you're trying to get to. Because I feel like we can take advantage of daylight savings now in order to kind of trick our bodies into thinking we're doing the same thing, but essentially we're giving ourselves one more hour in the day to get shit done and get one step closer to where we want to get to. So cheers to that. Let's go ahead and try this wine. So already looking at this, it has like a clear, like a crystal clear golden yellow tone to it, which is gorgeous. A lot of citric notes on the nose. And I definitely smell the grapefruit already. So like, I smell like floral notes and citric notes off the bat on the nose. The first thing that jumps out at me is like green fruit notes, so like green apple and pear. And I guess I do taste the lime in there. I feel like it's like very fruity and citricy, highly acidic, very fresh on the palate, and it goes down smoothly, but it's like medium bodied to almost full bodied for a white wine. I would say it's medium bodied, but like it goes more towards like the full body side of things. But overall, I think this is like an excellent Alvarinho. If you're an Alvarinho fan, like I definitely would give this a try. My rating for this one, let me take one more sip. My rating for this one would probably be an 8.7 out of 10. I think it's a solid Alvarinho. It's $20.99. It's on the high, like on the medium price range. It's a 2023 vintage, the brand name Contacto. And I love the label because I don't know if you guys can see it, but like on each corner is like the number, so 2023, so that's the vintage, but it also says it on the bottom of the bottle as well. But it's very simple, and I like very simple and to the point. Overall, I think it's a solid Alvarinho. If you're an Alvarinho fan, or if you're a fan of highly acidic white wines that are medium to full bodied, give this one a try. Anyways, let me know what you think. Let me know if you try it. Leave a comment below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Cheers. Woo. It's windy. It's windy out here.